presented by GBD Media. To the show, Mental Case Dads podcast. Hey, if you're watching, hit that like and subscribe button for us. And for all you listeners out there, you can check us out on YouTube. And we have the Facebook and the Instagram and the Twitter, and that's all at Mental Case Dads. All three of them. Very easy to find us. Check us out. No ride guy today. He's his vagina's sore, so he's staying home. But I'm sure we'll make it without him. I just don't know who's going to do the news. Yeah, I do. Without question. How you doing, buddy?
Good. How you doing today, Mick?
I'm doing good, man. I've just came home today to come and do the pod. As you know, we've been camping for the last few days, and we're going to go back and do the rest of the week. So it's been hot. So hot.
It's been brutal. And
most of the time I've spent outside of my trailer, too, not even wimping it out and getting on the inside and
I don't even know how
enjoying the air condition. But no, it's been okay. The site that we're on is...
well shaded?
Yeah, it's very well shaded. So it's not too bad. And but the girls did go to the beach and stuff the other day, but they wanted a canopy. I don't have one of those yet. But I told Mel I'll pick one up and we'll get Mental Case Dads on it.
Nice.
So now I got an excuse to buy one, too. Yeah. So what'd you do, man?
More toys.
Anything for the weekend or what?
You know what? I had my little guy, and again, just trying to escape the heat, but...
Oh, it's crazy.
You know, and there's no relief in sight.
No, even the dogs, man, they're panting, and... you can give them as much water as you want. They're still out there panting.
Like Oakley, he'll catch some shade for a bit, but if it's hot for us, imagine what it's like with a fur coat.
Because they don't sweat either, right?
No,
that's tough on a dog. I couldn't imagine.
Been trying to keep them inside.
Yeah. Well, that's the smartest thing to do anyway, especially, like, I'm dying here, just the heat. But
it's unbelievable.
Oh, it's crazy.
Yeah. So, it's supposed to rain on the weekend, though, so maybe we'll get a little bit of relief.
Hopefully that'll break a little bit.
I hope.
Kill some of this humidity, so.
I hope.
Sports news, David Price. I thought that was pretty incredible. He's backing out of...
well, you know what?
He's smart. I think it's smart.
It is. Yeah. Have you heard about Mike Trout?
I know, he's a mega baseball star, too.
He is arguably the best in the game.
He hasn't officially said that he was going to opt out, but...
No, he's going to
wear a mask.
He's at camp.
Yep.
He's been practicing, but his wife is pregnant. And, listen, it's legitimate concerns. And, one of his statements was, aside from his wife being pregnant, knowing that she's going to give birth, and if he should contract this, what's that do?
Yeah.
But he came out and said, to be honest with you, all that aside, I don't feel safe yet.
Yeah. No, he's not comfortable. And I don't blame him, especially...
Well, look what's happening in these camps.
I didn't know that his wife was pregnant. And,
yeah.
Well, I mean, everybody... I think the only person or the only team that I've had, or organization that I've heard that hasn't had any cases of COVID is soccer.
So far. That I haven't heard either. But baseball's running rampant right now.
Baseball is crazy, and they want to come back really soon.
Was it the Pirates? They completely shut them down? I can't remember. One of the organizations completely shut down. There's teams popping up every day. COVID. Now they're saying there's delays with the COVID testing, so the season may get delayed. Hockey, same thing.
Yeah, but are they going to continue to move on forward, or
they haven't canceled it? They haven't changed the dates.
It all comes down to the mighty dollar, right? They want the buck, and I get that. I understand that. That'll push a lot of jobs. That'll create a lot of income. But again, who do we?
Does it though? Who's it creating income for other than the players and the networks?
I don't even know if it's creating comfort for the players.
Honestly, for
how many players really want to play?
Only the ones on minimum salaries that need the money, that legitimately need the money.
But that's where, okay, now I heard if you opt out of the season, and I know MLB had said this, I don't know if any of the other organizations has said it, but if you opt out of play, you will not be penalized. You will
still get paid?
You'll still get paid.
It doesn't leave much motivation for...
Well, it's kind of a smart play on an organization.
Can they legally even force them to play?
Well, no, because if you're in fear of your life, like this man, okay, Trout, he's got a wife and a pregnant wife at that.
Yep.
Of course he's going to be fearful.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't be?
I would.
Especially, I mean,
and he doesn't need the money.
Now, and they're going to open up these stadiums. These are to, I'm assuming, no fans. But again, I guess that depends on the state too, right?
It does. Like Texas is saying, "Hey, we're good."
Oh my God, I can't even.
I can't even either. I don't even know.
They have gotten so dumb over on that side of the world. I watched a photo. I think it was Snoop Dogg again that posted this photo, but. This broad sitting in the middle of Costco, kicking and screaming like a 4-year, and this is probably a 60 to 70-year-old woman, kicking and screaming and throwing a tantrum because they told her to leave the store or put on a mask.
Yeah. I saw this in a Costco too in the States about a month ago. An old guy, security guy was trying not to let him in. And the old guy's pushing the security guy. You can't tell me what to do. It's a free country. They're nuts. They're nuts.
My goodness.
And Florida,
that's crazy.
Florida, they have a new thing. Like there wasn't enough already. It turns out.
Who even lives in Florida other than old people?
Tons. They have a new problem. COVID's not even a radar issue anymore for them. Apparently, there's another disease going around in the state of Florida that
it's just in the state of Florida.
Right now, it is exclusive to the state of Florida, but it affects the brain. It eats the tissue of the brain. It's like a flesh-eating disease of the brain. And they don't know if it's from the water or the ocean, or what's happening. But they again, they're open for business.
Yeah, oh yeah, open the doors. I mean, money's got to come.
Yeah.
Those crazy old ladies got to get to Costco or Walmart.
Well, remember we were talking a couple pods ago, I was mentioning how these Americans are getting a little sly about how they're crossing the border, saying they're passing through Canada to get to Alaska, which they're allowed to do. Oh. The RCMP has been on top of it. They've caught a couple that were passing through BC, saying they were going to Alaska.
Yeah, and
they caught them having fun in BC. They immediately arrested them and escorted them back to the border.
Yeah, but do they get away with this, or throw them in our prisons, or what?
No, I don't think they do that. But what they do is they take them back to the border, and they
will
basically
never get across.
They're not coming back.
They'll never get across.
They're not coming back. Not for a long time, anyway. Which is good.
I don't think.
I don't want their bullshit.
I know in the past, we'll go across, and actually, this is a good story. Actually, my buddy that's up there, Rob, we went to a Pittsburgh Steelers game. Coming home, we grabbed like an ass ton of booze. Like you're only supposed to allow one bottle. I think one bottle a person. I think that's what it is. And we had like 6 each. Yeah. Right. So. I've done it in the past with the trailer because I mean you can put things more in the trailer. I don't know if I should be like
smuggling.
I've never done it before, but anyway, I've heard this is how you do it. So yeah, we would always look at my bar. I've always got booze, right? And so we had like 6 bottles in the car. We get to the border and I start slurring my words, right, and screwing up. So how many bottles you got? I said, 2. Okay. And then I show him a receipt. He goes, yeah, but is that everything? And then this guy, then my buddy's like, oh yeah, I've got 2 as well. He's like, okay, so now we're up to 4 bottles. So how many bottles are in the car? I'm like, 4. He goes, okay, stay there. And I stay there, and he goes back in and does his little thing and comes out. I knew it right away. Right, we're getting the finger. So, and this is coming on the Canadian side. So thank God. If it was the American side, I'd be probably crying. Right, shitting bricks, thinking I'm going to.
You're going to the pokey.
No, what's that? Guantanamo Bay in Cuba.
Cuba.
Yeah, going to Cuba. Right. So they sure enough, they throw us the finger, and we've got to go over. I'm like, damn it. So, it was the chick, the girl. It was the girl. It wasn't even a guy, right? And so we get in there, and we're waiting there, and we're thumbing. And my buddy Rob, he's just calm down, relax, whatever. It's booze. Like, what's the worst they're going to do?
They're going to charge you duty on it.
Yeah, they'll charge you duty on it or whatever. So anyway, the guy comes out and he's like, "So what do you got in the car?" I'm like, "We've got like 6 bottles of booze, 6 or 7 or whatever it was, right?" And so he goes, "Okay." He goes, "And that's all you got? You got no weapons? You got no drugs? Nothing like that?" Like, no, it was just the booze. So they go back and they're flipping through my truck. They open the cooler. They see the booze. They open the truck, whatever. And he comes back and he goes, "Look, we don't care about the booze. But just be honest with the person that you're talking to up front. If you're coming back with 10 cases of beer, just tell them you're coming back with 10 cases of beer. Sometimes they'll pull you in, probably not. Sometimes they'll let you go. Usually that's the case. And we've done it before where I've said like a bunch of bottles and they have let us through.
It's when you lie to them.
It's when you lie. So they're looking for
you
guns.
Lie about that. What else are you lying
What do
about?
you got in the car, right? So that they let us go. So I was like, I was shitting my pants.
You're lucky. You're lucky because it could have been worse. I came back.
They could have flagged me, and I couldn't have, just
Buddy,
they could have done so much.
I went with 3 buddies to Buffalo for a day, just buy some stuff,
Yeah.
like went to Dick's and whatever. When we came back across the border, there's always one of the guys in the car has got to be the wise ass.
Yeah, of course.
What's the custom officer say? Are you bringing back any alcohol? No. Any tobacco? No. Any arms? No. Guy in the back seat. I got 2. Okay, guys, over you go.
What an idiot.
Took apart the car.
They
took out the seats. They lifted the carpets. And guess what? When they were all done, have a good day. We had to put the car back. How do you put the seats and the bolts back into the frame? We had to finger tighten them. The whole way home, it was shaking like this.
That's awesome. Was it your car?
No.
That's a bonus.
I've been really pissed.
That's a bonus.
They have all the power.
It is. We know a friend of ours who went across the border, and her name was the same name of somebody they've been looking for. Wasn't the same person, but they kept her. They kept her. They kept her for an entire day until they could verify.
I heard there was. Well, they weren't. I don't think they were teenage. I think they were like in their early 20s. True story. There was an article on this. They were trying to get. They were right by the border on the Canada side. They lived that way, so by like St. Catharines. And they went down an unassumed road. They got at night. They got lost.
This is stateside?
This is Canada side.
Canada side. So not.
They went down an unassumed road.
Yeah.
But mind you, they're right at the border, and they're lost. 2 girls. They came out on the U.S. side.
How do you even do that?
I don't know. So when they got to the border, they had to explain. They couldn't figure out, how did you get here? And they're like. They told them the story, and they're like, it's impossible.
Well, I did it.
24 hours they were with customs. Because what kind of story is that? How did you cross the border and nobody knew? It was just a fluke thing. But you know what? All kidding aside, we love our custom officers. My future sister-in-law is a customs officer. God bless you. We love you.
I
don't know this guy. Yeah, I don't know him.
He may love you. I don't even know who
I don't know him.
No, you know what? I've never had a really bad experience. That was frightening, and it could have been a lot worse. But I've never had a bad experience. They're usually pretty good. I mean, I think they can tell. They must go through some sort of training where they can just tell, like, if you're kind of shady, or they can tell if you're telling a lie, or they probably have like telekinesis or something.
I don't know. I've heard some stories which I can't say on the air, but I don't know. So I have, on a different note, I want you to help me out. I kind of put this out there publicly on social media. I have a dilemma.
Okay, and I can definitely help.
I know where you're going to go with this, but I'm going to throw this out there anyway. And I'm going to hope, as a friend, you're going to be open-minded to my dilemma.
Are you coming out? Is that what you're telling me?
It depends how you look at it.
Okay. Oh, this is okay. This should be good. Let's see. Let's see where this is going.
I have put
am I going to yell at you, or am I going to?
I've put a lot of thought before opening my mouth on this about all the pros and cons to everything.
Did that hurt? By the way,
it did. It hurt bad. I still have a headache.
Yeah.
You'll appreciate this because you've been a Steelers fan forever.
Please, please tell me you're coming on board.
I've been a Patriots fan for 24 years.
Yes,
and with Brady's departure, you lose a star player. It's not enough to say I'm leaving camp. That's not a fan.
Yeah, but that team is a crooked.
But this is where I'm going. It started with the departure of Brady, who obviously I loved, but not so much the departure of Brady. It was how that was handled, how the departure of Gronkowski was handled. Like, so how the organization handled that in those two situations. Then the cheating, the scandals, and then yet just recently again.
Okay, but where were you when the cheating was going on when Brady was there?
I was saying, yeah, it's shitty, but I was waving the flag.
Yeah.
Right? But it gets to a point now.
My brosis is a Patriots fan.
It's tough. I can't, in good faith, support the way the organization handles their business with their players and then what they do in the background with this cheating stuff.
Yeah. No, listen, that's not you know what?
Fans. Here's the truth of the story: is
can control
every team, including the Steelers, whether you like it or not.
Oh, somebody's doing some sort of cheating for sure.
Who got caught.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we keep getting caught, and it just gets uglier, and it's just this whole digging.
Well, I just think you guys are more blunt about it. Like, I don't think Belichick is the type of guy that gives a shit.
No.
If I'm cheating, oh well, I don't give a shit. Fuck you. Like, I think that's his attitude, is the I don't give a shit. I am the best coach in the world. That's him, right? And you know what? That's Boston.
And you know what?
That attitude works. Like, I'm a huge fan of Mark Wahlberg, except for when he talks about the Patriots.
He loves them.
Yeah, he's a
good
fan.
friends with Brady.
He's definitely a fan. Yeah.
This whole thing that's happened with the Astros has put a perspective on the Patriots to me. I'm so disgusted with that. It made me open my eyes.
The only thing with the Astros, see, the Patriots have gotten caught. The Astros have gotten caught. Who hasn't gotten caught?
But here's the difference.
And how bad does it get?
The Astros have admitted it. The Patriots still will not.
Oh, yeah, because they're,
Which makes it, again, worse.
Again, it makes them the dicks again. Yeah,
what brings me back to my dilemma. I've made the decision to cut ties with New England.
Okay.
I don't care if they go to the Super Bowl this year and Tampa's not in it. I am not jumping back on and saying, they're my guys.
Gold's a great color.
They're out.
Can I reel you in?
But
can I try and reel you in?
Now, hold on. Hear the rest of the dilemma. With this being said, I am going to support Tom Brady in the Bucs.
Of course you are.
But it's a short thing. It's a 2-year thing. Yeah. And I know that. Hey, it may only be a 1-year thing.
Oh, hopefully he plays for a couple of years.
Well, he's got a 2-year contract.
I think if he does really well this year and he can see, you know what, if we tweak a couple of things and he sees the potential for maybe another Super Bowl, he'll do the 2 years.
I agree.
Right?
But I think the 2 years is the max.
If they shit the bed this year, he's done.
Over. I agree.
He'll done.
Which brings me to my next point. Where do I go from there?
Pittsburgh. It's close enough to be a fan.
That's one thing. That's a consideration.
Yeah.
Right? So when I start...
Don't dare do the bill. I won't even let you pass the door.
A friend of mine, he even got me going with this. We can do a tradition thing, and I was thinking about it.
Fuck tradition.
There's nothing.
Look at this place.
I just can't do it.
Look at this place.
I can't.
This is not a Bills fan.
I don't want to jump onto a team that's up and coming or already getting there.
See, you know what?
Because then I'm a bandwagon guy.
But no, I see what you're saying. For you would call yourself a bandwagon
guy.
Like
if I said, hey, all of a sudden I'm a Dallas fan or I'm a KC fan.
Okay, no, okay. I see it from your perspective, from you saying it. However, I've got a buddy across the street, doesn't watch any kind of football. started watching it with me last year. Kind of making him, hey, come over, right? Because we got the man cave going and the games are on. If there's a football game on, they're on, right?
Yeah.
They're Sunday is Sunday, football. Monday, Thursday, it's football, period. Football. And so he'll come over and watch. So he watched KC do well all season long, right? And on top of that, everybody in the world likes making fun of Mick Rage, so he'll always chirp the Pittsburgh Steelers, right? So that was his thing. So now his team is KC. He'll say it's KC. So I told him, I
that's
get
different.
that.
There's a guy who doesn't know
He's
the difference.
He's never watched football.
A guy
before.
like me,
yes,
it's different.
You've
I
been
know
around
better.
for years. You've had your team.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'll be honest with you. Here's where I'm at. I'm stuck, and this is where I want a team.
You have to take into consideration.
I want a team that has a very rich, long tradition. Steelers,
1933.
Chicago Bears.
They're Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears. The Bears.
We've talked about this before. I can't be a Bears. I can't even jump on board.
But you know how many Steelers fans I have slashed over the years?
Oh, I bet.
My Patreon.
I bet. And you know what? They'd love to have you on board. Riley, our
because you'll feel like you've converted me.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I converted Riley. He was a Seahawks fan.
Was he?
Yeah.
No.
You know what we did? I took him to the game.
That would do it.
That would do it.
That would do it.
Yep, I took him to the game.
That could do it.
And then he bought his jersey there, and he has been a diehard ever since. You know what? When this shit is all said and done, I see the three of us up and go.
Now, is it wrong? Is it wrong for me to say I'm going to support Brady for these next year or 2 years, but I am also going to start to support my new team?
Or are you telling me what you're going to do?
I'm asking what is right.
You want me to tell you it's okay?
Do I pick my new team after Brady's done? Or do I say I'm still supporting Brady, but I am supporting my new team?
Okay, I would. If you're picking Pittsburgh, then I would say now. if it's not Pittsburgh, I would say in 2 years, because I already know you're cheering for Brady. I don't want to know you're cheering for anybody else.
Okay, so hypothetically, I say, okay, Mick, you got me.
Yes.
I'm going to be a Steelers fan.
Glorified.
Great. February 3rd rolls around. Steelers, Tampa, Super Bowl.
Oh, but you're going to cheer for Brady. I don't know. That's going to be a tough call for you. I know who I'm cheering.
I know who you're cheering for.
Yeah.
Right? And that's my biggest biggest fear.
That is potential.
It's my biggest fear.
That is potential.
Do you really think so? I don't think so. I look at the Steelers
anything's
as
possible.
Sure it is. But I look at them as a
St. Louis
mid-level
won
team.
the Stanley Cup.
I can name off the top of my head 5 teams right off the top of my head that are not just better than the Steelers, they're superior to the Steelers. And right now, but you're right. How many times have we seen a wild card team win a Super Bowl?
Yeah. Absolutely.
An 8-8 team win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So many times.
Yeah, lots of times.
So you're right. Come the playoffs, anything's possible.
It's one game. One game and you're done, right?
An untimely interception, untimely fumble.
Maybe the balls are too deflated or something, or inflated.
Or Tyree catches the ball on his helmet on a fluke shit play like that.
Or
these things happen.
You get hit over the head with a helmet. Anything is possible.
These things happen.
These things do happen.
Especially when you play Cleveland.
NFL. Yes. Cleveland.
What if I became a Cleveland fan?
You know what? Cincinnati and Cleveland, that entire state has fucked up a lot of my team players.
Oh, yeah.
They took Bell. Cincinnati took Bell out one year for an entire season and a half, I think it was.
You see what James Conner did?
That wasn't that awesome with his mom you're talking about, right? So if you don't know, James Conner is a Pittsburgh Steelers, and he's such an inspirational man.
Got thrusted into a role in a big shadow of Bell, and he stepped up to the challenge.
Not only did he step up above and beyond. And the city of Pittsburgh has completely engulfed him with love. He is amazing man. Anyway, he just bought his mother this gigantic home and surprised her with it. She was just dropping, I guess, his brothers went off at the door and like, come on in. This is like yours, and surprised her. That was cool.
It was.
I saw it. Must be nice to have that kind of money to just go and buy someone like.
But you know, a guy like that.
It's cool.
Here's a guy who's like probably second or third depth player behind Bell, who's never going to see playing time. unless it's the mop up. He's on a minimum salary. He's come from nothing.
Yep.
And here he is with the chance of a lifetime. He steps up to it, and now he's
Connor Strong, baby.
yeah, like, and he's doing right.
Cancer
like,
survivor.
yeah, like
Yep.
he is truly
he's-
the inspiration.
A frickin' brick house.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Brick house.
All right, you got me. Fuck.
Yes, baby.
All right. So let it
we
be
don't even
known.
have Riley. I think Riley's asleep too.
Let it be known officially.
Okay.
I've decided that I will support Tom Brady for the next 2 years. Okay, or if it's
And then you're switching to the Pittsburgh.
but effective immediately, I am a Pittsburgh Steelers in the nation. Done.
Yes. There's another one. Hook, line, and sinker. That one's for you, Puff Daddy. Not Puff, Snoop Dogg. Yeah, brother, we're bringing him on.
That's so
awesome. I'm excited. You know what? We're going to wake him up. I got to tell. We didn't plan this, but we're going to call Riley, and I'm going to wake him up because that's some exciting
You know
news.
what? You made it too tantalizing for me.
Well, look at this place. You can't come in here and not want to
No,
be a fan.
I know, and you're right. You can get to the games. We could go to the game.
Yes, that's going to be stellar. Wait till once I get Riley on here.
We could do a pod
He might
on
not
the
even-
way to a game.
He might not even pick up. He just told me he was going to sleep. He's probably out partying, is what he's doing.
Oh yeah, he's fine.
Yeah. He told me the heat got to him today, and I know he works at OPG.
Trying to bullshit a bullshitter.
Unionized person. They didn't do too much work.
No, and he's air conditioned.
Hey, you've reached Riley's cell phone. I am sorry I'm not being able to get to your call right now, but if you leave their name and their number, and I'll get back to you as soon as you can. Thank you.
After leaving a message, you can hang up or press pound for more options.
Riley, you need to call back right away. Mental Case Dads is on the air. Nolan has made an extremely huge announcement, and you need to know what it is. Tell him.
As of this moment, I'm a part of Steelers Nation.
Yeah, baby! We'll see if he calls back. That's awesome, man. I'm excited.
I'm excited too.
That's
I
good.
just, you know what? It's tough being a Yankee fan. I was born into it since I was 4 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, I went through.
See, that's different.
Nobody sucked more than the Yankees for decades.
Yeah, but they don't suck too much now, do they?
No, but you know what? Here's the funny thing.
They haven't sucked at, like, when?
Everybody says, "Oh, the '80s, they were the worst."
Yeah,
the
okay.
worst.
80s.
But not until '96, Jeter's rookie year, that they got good.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
everyone, they buy players. Actually, if you go back and
That's
you look,
that's 100% correct.
it's 100% not correct.
He's going to yell at me now.
Because I will back this up. So here, bite on this for a minute. Would
Chew on this.
you agree or disagree that every World Series team, to some degree, buys some marquee players
Of
by the
course. Yeah,
deadline
yeah, yeah.
to round off that playoff run?
Yep.
Yankees are no exception. I'm not saying that.
And no sport is an
But
exception either. They all do
let's
it.
look at some of their biggest stars that have contributed to these World Series. Jeter, Mariano Rivera made the best closer of all time. Aaron Judge, all these guys, all homegrown from their farm system, not bought.
Oh, really?
Not bought.
Jeter was
Homegrown.
homegrown?
Yeah. They called him up in 96 from AAA and they won a World Series that year.
Who do you think the best ball player is of all time?
Of all time?
Because we have,
I think that's a sucker's question because the game today,
oh my God.
it's Riley.
We've got it. Hello, sir.
You fucking guys waking me up.
I'm a Steelers fan, baby.
Did you check the message?
Yeah, I woke up and I'm like, what the fuck?
Come on, baby.
So he made his announcement today that after Brady does his thing, he's coming on board, man. I said I'm going to hook him in.
Shit.
We're going to a game, baby.
Hook, line, and sinker. Let's go.
So that's it, man. We're gonna definitely plan a game when all this shit's said and done.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
So what bar are you at?
Burn my ass.
Yeah.
Where you? Well, you
What
sound
patio
like a
you on?
Bag of shit. What was it? Too hot for you today, or what?
Dude, 44 degrees
Where?
in the plant. In the plant.
Oh, in the plant.
Terrible.
That's crazy, man.
Fuck.
Awful.
Well,
Just walking around was exhausting. I'm not even kidding.
Well, feel better, buddy.
Oh, dude, fuck. Like, I'm just fucking white.
Hey, hold on, Riley.
Oh, here we go.
Breaking news. It's sports history time with Riley Stevens. Make sure you get prepared to be as bored as hell. Off
Take
to
it
you,
away,
Riley. You got anything?
Is that a hard no?
I don't know if I got anything.
He's got nothing. That's okay, man. I'll let you go back to sleep, and you can dream of
Genie.
princesses and lollipops and knights
Unicorns
in armor,
Rainbows. Ponies.
all right.
Unicorn.
Feel better, buddy.
Oh, boys, here, hold on.
Oh,
Well, you're gonna try and give me something
Yeah, here.
this day in sports history with Riley Stevenson.
give us something. Give us one. What do you got?
We got to call
Today is
Riley
the day.
Stevenson all the time.
Today is the day the LA Clippers acquired 2 NBA megastars in one day. Kawhi Leonard from Toronto in free agency and Paul George
Okay,
from
I'm
OKC.
done. I don't want to hear this shit no more.
What else we got?
Jorge Masvidal set the UFC record by needing just 5 seconds to KO Ben Askren during their welterweight UFC 239. Ooh, 2015, Floyd Mayweather is stripped of his WBO welterweight boxing title after failing to pay $200,000 sanctioning fee and vacate his 2 junior middleweight titles.
Whatever. That guy's got
Clown.
Crazy.
shit tons of money. Is he the richest athlete?
Ever.
Yeah.
Some shit like that.
He has to be, yeah, for sure. So
Idiot.
You got $100 million to fight McGregor. Come on.
Yeah, no kidding. Fuck. Wimbledon men's tennis. Novak Djokovic beats Roger Federer and reigns his world number 1 ranking. Fucking decent there.
all right, go back to bed.
Feel better, buddy.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Please. Thanks, folks. Oh god.
Your mom's a bitch.
What a wake up call. What a wake up call.
All right, shithead.
Feel better.
All right. Talk to you later, folks.
Son of a bitch!
So, to answer your question, who's the best player of all time? It's
Yeah.
a sucker question. It's
You can't
saying,
answer it.
Who's the best hockey player of all? It's a different game today than it was back then. I could say Mickey Mantle.
No, but you can't.
Like who-
Okay, I'm going to
I
ask you
could-
a question now. Who's the best basketball player of all time?
Michael Jordan.
So why can't we answer the other ones?
Because the game... Okay,
To me,
so
I can. Hockey.
Baseball?
Wayne Gretzky, to me, is the best hockey player of all time.
I disagree.
Why?
Because Gretzky, playing in this era, he's not as good as he was then.
I don't know.
It's a faster game, more physical game now.
He was fast.
But it was way more physical. He was protected a lot back then.
Oh, big time. But that's when you can actually hit players, too. You can't even freaking touch anybody nowadays.
Hold on. In all fairness, and I say this of football, too. Look at the supporting cast he had to help them look so great. Come on. In this, with this
Who?
day and age
Michael
of
Jordan?
the salary cap, no, Gretzky.
Oh, who he had to play with, like Messier and them?
Messier, Coffee, like these guys, like, I mean, come on. Like, he had a dream team.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
But look at Sidney Crosby. His years, he's had the dream team, too. But I don't say he's better than Gretzky.
I didn't say that either. I said, but let time tell. Let time tell. I would argue.
Who's your top 2 now? You go Malkin, Crosby, or
No.
Ovechkin,
Crosby.
and Ovechkin, Backstrom.
Actually, I think when it's all said and done, Connor McDavid will be the best player we'll ever have seen.
Do you think over this new kid that's coming up?
New kid hasn't scored goal 1 yet in the NHL.
I know, which is going to be interesting. I don't think he's going
Connor
to have a
does
problem with
things-
it. Connor David is a fast,
He does things
smart,
that aren't
educated
even
player.
normal.
Yeah, he is really good.
This is what I mean.
But I think this kid, this up and coming kid, he does the same thing.
We'll see when he gets
And
up
he's
here.
big.
I know, and he may be, but
Yeah,
time will tell.
I think he could be as good. Like, we'll see how good. but like because Matthews is a big boy, right? And Matthews is a big boy that can put points on the board, which is that's what you want in a player, right? I think he'll do good. I think he'll do really well in the league.
I do too.
It's going to be quite interesting on seeing what happens. I am shocked that there has been no uproar on that number one pick. I am completely dumbfounded.
I think quietly there has been. I think the uproar hasn't really hit its peak yet, only because if it turns out a team like the Montreal Canadiens end up with it, or one of the lower teams that weren't even in a playoff spot, but they're in the play-ins, end up getting it, nobody's going to feel as bad as if, say, a Toronto gets it. Or like a more marquee team that was a legitimate playoff team.
If we get that number one pick,
any legitimate playoff team, any legitimate playoff team gets that number one pick, oh God.
That's the cup.
Yeah, but there's going to be an uproar.
Yeah, but why it wasn't there before?
Because they don't know for sure who's really getting the pick.
I know, but I think it was done so stupid. Why wouldn't they have just said, okay, you know what? The team coming out is the 8th. The 8th. Just done.
Yeah.
I bet you nobody would have bitched and complained about that. But now seeing it at number one spot, how many ballots did that get? Do we know the number of that?
No idea.
That would be interesting to find out.
I bet you, I could imagine only one.
That's what I was under the assumption that it was maybe just one. And then like Ottawa had whatever.
And they ended up with number 3 and 5. It means nothing, man. It's like, honestly,
that's awesome.
If you buy $100 in lottery tickets, and I buy one lottery ticket, do you really have a better chance of winning? Really? How much of a better chance do you really think?
Yeah, obviously, because
how much better do you really think? If you spend $100 and I spend $5, really?
I have 100 times more chance to win.
Well, actually, in the grand scheme of things, what?
I have 99.
0.1%, not even.
Yeah, we're not winning.
No. All it takes is
I watched another YouTuber. He bought like $30,000 worth of lottery tickets. Exactly what you're talking about, just to prove that point of what you're talking about.
And what did he win?
I think everything he won 15,000, whatever it was. But he showed like, I won 15,000, blah blah. He goes, but I also lost 15,000 too. You don't win playing lottery tickets. Don't buy them, right?
It's absolute pure luck.
It's a waste of money. But who buys lottery tickets, man? It's old people that buy lottery tickets. And
you know what? I'll buy one. I'll buy one just on a whim every now and then.
That's me. I'll buy one when everybody's saying, "Oh my God, the lottery's at 500 million or something." Or I don't think it's ever been that high, but 50 million.
Yeah,
that's when you usually see me go in and buy a ticket. Even then, I barely even.
Once in a while.
My boy Dustin, he plays Proline the odd time too, and I think that's a waste of money too.
I do that because it makes it fun to watch football.
Does it? It stresses me the fuck out. I can't do it. I play in a football pool from the guys at work where I used to work at GFL. And the only thing it did was stress me out the entire time. And I picked Pittsburgh all the time.
Of course you did.
I couldn't.
You're betting with your heart, not your head.
I always bet with my heart, right? But out of the many years that I was at Detox playing that, I won 3 times. Dustin won once or twice. So we did okay.
Yeah. I usually go buy like a
Dustin won one, and he went and bought a PlayStation 4.
There you go.
Yeah. So Melanie never lets me buy a PlayStation 4. I have 2 of them now, though. Thanks, GFL. Anyway, I had a vision.
Tell me.
I had a vision. I have a dream.
Only in America.
So I was sitting there, baked into my tree.
That's when the best visions happen, no?
Camping.
Okay.
Camping. Not only did I come up with a full comedy routine.
Nice.
On my own. Laughing my ass. I remember this. Laughing my ass off. Like a belly laughing in the bed. Baked into my tree. I cannot remember the skit for the life of me.
Oh.
Yeah. I even said, I need a pen. I knew it was going to happen. I kind of have bits and pieces. So I got to bring a pen back with me when I go. But I said to Mel, I want to buy the trailer. Mental Case Dads wants to buy that trailer. We'll wrap it, revamp it, and use it as a mobile podcast. So we can go to the people and interview them there.
We can do on-site. So, hypothetically, the trailer goes to Pittsburgh. And we do a podcast at the tailgate.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
She goes, so what do you mean? She goes, you're not wrapping my trailer. I'm like, no. We're going to buy the trailer from you. She goes, but you don't have any money yet. I'm like, it's coming.
We will.
It's coming.
What a great
Hey,
idea.
isn't that a good idea?
I love it.
Ah, man, I just sitting there. Oh, life was good, sitting back, enjoying the
But
campfire.
talk about getting your brand out there, taking it to the street, to the people, promoting on site.
Going, yep.
Businesses love that.
So, hey, I want to take it and I want to go and interview Bill Murr.
Bill Murr.
Drive to his house.
Yeah. We bring
Isn't
the
that pretty
studio
cool?
to you.
We bring the studio to you. You don't even have to come. But for now, they have to come. So, hey, we got a couple of good guests coming up shortly.
Yeah. Super
Pat Knight
excited.
Music is coming. We've been talking to, I can't say yet who, but I have been talking to the Toronto Six.
Yep.
So I have been in touch with them, and hopefully shortly we will have somebody on.
That would be amazing.
That will be
Very
really
excited
good.
for that.
So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm actually hoping to get my jersey before then. So if you don't know, you can actually go to the Toronto 6 website now and buy merch. They got merch and stuff now.
Awesome.
And their jerseys, they got a black and gold one.
Oh, they're dirty.
It is so
Very
nice,
crisp.
man.
Yep.
And I don't know. I think it was asking Dustin. I can't remember. I think it was
You
asking
just like
Dustin.
the black and gold.
I do. I love the black and gold, but it's the OVO jerseys.
I know.
The Drake line edition, right?
They're nice.
Is Drake? I don't know if he designed those or not, and I don't
still
know.
don't know.
I don't know if he designed the Toronto 6 one, the Toronto 6 ones, but it looks a lot like what he would.
It's very OVO.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
very much so. So, but
Yeah.
no, it's yeah. So if we can, who else do we got? Pat Knight.
Yep.
I'm waiting on a buddy calling Huey Watkins. He'll be coming on. Now, I'm not sure if he's coming on the 17th or not. And then Faisal Butt.
Sweet.
Huge. Looking forward to that. That's going to be so good.
Nice.
He's a funny man.
Funny guy.
Oh, you want to hear the funniest thing? I showed Jules, like, okay, so who is he? So when I talked to him on the phone,
Yeah.
she was like, okay, who is he? So I said, and I told her who he was. He was a comedian, and he's like Reader's Digest. I think he's number 15 out of 50.
Wow.
And so she goes, well, show me a picture. So I showed her a picture. She goes, oh, is he Indian? I'm like, no, completely Irish. But I mean, yes, he's an Indian, right? I'm telling him that. She goes, no, don't tell him that. He'll think he'll think I'm racist. I'm like, that doesn't mean you're racist. Kids, you gotta love them, right? But yeah, no, you got anything to plug, brother?
Other than my butthole, no.
You're plugging your butthole now?
It's
Why have people been entering there that shouldn't be, or what?
You're a sick man.
Hey, I don't know what you do in your spare
sick
time.
man.
I can't help.
Well, you're always making fun of my scoots.
Oh man, this has been great. I've had a good time, and
Always a good
we
time.
actually got some time off now. We get a full week, right?
We got a week off.
Because we're not going to be back here till Friday. I'm going to be enjoying my camping.
Friday, not Friday.
Friday, not Friday. Monday. We'll be back
Monday.
next Monday. So
And we don't, Monday.
yeah, and so we'll see you then. Hey, if you're listening and you're watching, hey, like, subscribe at Mental Case Dads. Cheers, everybody.